Yo, what's good? It's none iller. You tuned into Mogul Mined, and this is Let's Talk Music. This is 10 things you need to know as an artist. 1. Have a goal. Don't just say I want to get rich or I want to be the next so-and-so, whoever. You want to be the biggest, this and that. Have an actual goal to what you want to do. What, you want to be the best lyricist? You want to be the best underground artist? You want to be the best artist in California, San Diego, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Bay Area, Miami, whatever region you are? What is your goal? And even then, you need a smaller goal to break that down. What, you want to have a number one hit in a couple years? You want to have a mixtape that gets 100,000 downloads? A single that gets 1 million streams? Like, what is your goal? Reason why is because you are able to then track as you're going. You want to make sure that whatever you plan to do, you have some type of paper trail or it written somewhere so that you can go reflect on it. And that way you can make sure you are on pace with your own focus. Don't just put out a bland statement and think that makes it easy for you to get somewhere. First of all, if you don't write down your goals, then you just have a great imagination. It sounds good to say, all right, I plan to be on the BET Awards. Make it more concrete. I plan to be on the BET Awards in 3 years. I plan to be at a smaller award show in a year. Write it down. Hold yourself accountable. That's how you start progressing. That's how you start managing what you're doing. I plan to have 10 songs recorded within the month. I plan to have 15 songs mixed and mastered in 2 months. I plan to have 8 vocal lessons done by the end of the next 3 weeks. Make a concrete goal. That way you can track the results. 2, compare your work to the best. No, not the people around you. That's good and all. That's not a good milestone. Let me tell you why. What happens when you accomplish that? What happens when your work is on their level? And their level is a level that's also not succeeding. You want to make sure that you are in a position to compare it to the things you hear on a regular, right? So compare it to the new hot song that just hit the Billboard charts. Does it sound the same? It's quality. Go in a car, actually listen to it, then click back to the radio. Does it sound the same? And I mean quality wise. If you don't even have decent quality, how you expect to go pitch it to radio? Pitch it to these blogs? If you're a singer, listen to the people who have music out that's R&B artists. Compare the quality. Compare your work. That's how you get better. If you're a lyricist, you should be looking at the top lyrical people out there. Find your streams that you're a fan of. Could you see yourself featured on a song with them? Could you see them featured on your song? Are you worth it? That's what you got to compare it to. Don't compare yourself to your local legends. Don't compare yourself to your homeboy. Don't compare yourself to someone else in your squad, unless you are in a squad with a major person who happens to be one of the top, and you're not. That's why you're watching this video, trust me. Compare yourself to the people who have already proven consistently. You want to be a top performer? There's no reason why you shouldn't be comparing your performances to a Michael Jackson, to a Kendrick Lamar, to a Beyonce. You should be comparing your performance to that, not to the dude who goes to the local bar and performs 4 times a week, does the same set, usually performs half drunk. That's not who you want to compare, because who you compare yourself to, once you surpass them, then what? You're not getting any accolades for it. You're not getting any kind of pats on the back, any kind of awards, right? So don't do that. 3, get legit. Make sure you are with a PRO, Performing Rights Organization, CSAC, BMI, ASCAP. You need those to get your money. How else you gonna get paid? Those are called royalties. That's how you get your royalties. That's how you get your songwriting. That's how you get your production credit. And yes, you could be a songwriter if you're not an artist. So for the songwriters out there, yes, make sure you have that. For the artists, you need that too. That is literally a whole history of everything you've done in the music industry. Anybody you want to know about who's legit and actually pushing their issue, you can find them on there. Just make sure you sign up with one. If you need to know more information, you can always reach out to me or reach out to someone else who has that approved. So make sure you sign up for that, because when all your music hits everywhere, that's your fingerprint. That's what shows you did it. Trademarks. Have you trademarked your name, your logo? Something to think about. Earlier stages, you may be going back and forth with names. You might not have the money right. Don't tell people you don't have your stuff trademarked. There's a database for that too, but just slowly but surely put in work to get that done. That's important. Copyright is important too. You can go to the copyright website and get that done as well. You could upload a whole project. I think they used to have it where you mail in if you want to, but now you can upload either individual or whole projects. Sound Exchange is another one. Sound Exchange takes care of a lot of online streams. If online radio plays your stuff or any kind of online monetization comes along, keep in mind, doing these steps are how you get recognized on a Shazam. How you get recognized when someone tries to steal your song. All this type of stuff goes in a database. You ever upload a song, your song, on a T.I. beat and it gets pulled down because it's T.I.'s beat, because it's T.I.'s song? T.I. has the stuff together. You ever put up a Facebook video and it gets pulled down? These people have their stuff together. If you really enter in the industry, you need to make sure you have your stuff together too. Trust me, it'll benefit you in the long run. Number 4, I can't stress this enough. Get a team. Don't get your partners unless they are willing to work. If you have friends that are willing to work, just know the product got her whole family in, but not because they were just her family. She had someone say, I really want to learn how to use camera. Bam, bought him a camera. Guess what? It's her videographer. Hey, I really want to do marketing. Bam, now he's doing the marketing. Your team has to understand the greater good, and you all have to make sacrifices to appreciate. You can't be the only person repping your team, and you can't be the person slacking off if someone else is repping. Meaning, y'all don't have to just be cool for the spotlight. Like, don't just be cool so y'all can take pictures together and wear shirts that match and use the same hashtags. No, I'm talking about those hours that are not documented and shown. Y'all are slaving away. Who cares if you broke? Yes, you do need a budget, but what are y'all working to together? Oh, you got a mic and you got Pro Tools and you suck at engineering? Find somebody who wants to learn how to engineer. Find someone who's going to come online and study how to engineer and find out and mix and listen and compare his work to what's already out there, right? While you're writing songs, where's the producer? Find you a producer. Don't find someone who's already established and going to be Hollywood with you. Find you a producer who's just as hungry as you are and is trying to improve on the daily. Reading, studying, watching videos, diving in the program, making beats, even if they suck. Keep in mind, I never said your team has to be great right now, but their hunger has to get them there. You want to know what a lot of major acts have in common? A lot of major artists have in common? Take a guess. Oh, they're great. Yeah, they got money. Nah, that's duh. That's not what I'm talking about. Listen to some music. Listen to who they shout out. Listen to the artists they've been rocking with for the last 20 or 30 years. The other producers. The person they shout out on a track. Why? Because they was there starving in a tour bus. They was there splitting packets of top ramen. They was there taking long trips out of town. Point is, get you a team and get that done. There'll be another video on this as well for you to reflect on. Number 5. This is more important. Wait a minute. This is more important than the last one, but it ties in with the last one. Relationships are key. Not just the team. Make sure that's key. That your team should damn near be like your brotherhood, period. As you grow, you may go through different teams, or your team may change faces here and there. It's supposed to happen. But relationships are key. Remember the hungry ones I was talking about? You'll find them. You'll become smart enough to understand who the hungry ones are. Be good with them. Be on good terms with them. If someone is up and coming with you, be on good terms with them. The people who were here before you, be on good terms with them. The people who are coming after you, be on good terms with them. And it's not just entertainment relationships. Every relationship is key. See, you were cool with somebody you went to high school with, right? They ended up being in the hotel industry. I don't know, housekeeping, one of the housemen, audiovisual, whatever the case. Now, when you go out of town for a tour and you don't have a few $100 per night, guess who comes in handy, right? What if you got a boy who works security and you like, you got a dead end job, whatever, and you just completely talking stuff about him and y'all never ever remain cool? What happens when you bump into that club, a VIP only, and you know some important people are gonna be there? You think he gonna let you in? Nah. Relationships are key. One of my favorite quotes is, treat the janitor like you would the CEO. You don't talk stuff about the person at the bottom, because that person sure enough knows the company like you do, want to, or like the CEO, if not more. That person could also become a CEO of his own. Also, too, the music industry, as far as relationships, the music industry is like a pyramid. You're more accessible when you're at the bottom, and there's a lot more of you, right? As you go up, what happens? It starts to become thinner at the top, right? As you succeed, you will start seeing these same faces everywhere. As you succeed, you will start seeing these same faces everywhere that you go. Don't mess up any relationships. Relationships are key. You never know who can help you. You never know who is related to who. And you never know, if you get in a bad relationship with someone, business relationship, if you have a bad altercation with someone, where that will mess you up down the line. Oh, you cussed out the owner at a shoe store because you were feeling some kind of way. Oh, you had no idea his cousin was the VP over at Warner Music Group. The same person you've been trying to get in contact with, and you wonder why they're not returning your call. Somebody might have dead at that. So be careful, because relationships can make or break everything you have going for yourself, period. Also, too, bonus note to that, in relationships, though, you have to make sure you bring something to the table of value. Don't just think that you're cool with someone you can keep begging and asking for things. That's not how it goes. You know what to do. I'm out.